Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Mississippi Damned. This is a film about life, family, secrets, lies. You know, the stuff that everybody wants to bury. The things that everyone wants to bury. Forget. Hide. Lie on. Family, man, the struggles. The vision, the sacrifices, the health, pregnancies, incarcerations. Don't act like y'all don't you dare sit there and act like you don't know nobody locked up in your bloodline. Quit playing. The foul section that occurs in your life that you don't want nobody to know about. The things you want to avoid. You want to avoid it, but you're subject to come face to face with it sometime. You have to face reality. This movie's about reality. It's a bond. There's so many things that are familiar in Mississippi Damned to my own damn life, to your dang on life. Okay, quit playing. Strong characters that grow on you, man. You grow to love and hate certain people. The avoidance, the trials, the tribulations, the melanin. It's about surviving and chasing your dreams, no matter what. What is meant for you is for you, and no one can take that away. Your journey is your journey. It's been already written down before you even made it on this earth. It's just that journey along the way. We hit rocks, and Miss Tina Mabry was bold enough to throw out there her rocks and write what she put down on paper. Her story is dope, man. It's dope. I cried my face off in this movie. I was mad in this movie. I was laughing in this movie. I was frustrated. I was all the above. They took me on a roller coaster ride, but I loved every second of it. So straight up, hats off. Ooh, girl, you don't want me to take this off. But forget it. Hats off to you, do-rag. Boop. Thought you had it. You thought you had my natural. So in Mississippi Damned, like I said, there's some really great characters, and we'll just go through the characters real quick before we dive straight on into the movie, okay? Dang, that glare is killing me. The grandma. Love the grandma because, first of all, she said everything that needed to be said. Did not bite her tongue. Kind of kept the family glued together. But at the same time, the person who we loved, the person who we grew to like and love in the film, ended up being a person who we were irritated with because that vicious cycle, man, that obviously what happened to Carrie was allowed to happen to Charlie. We're getting to that later. Before I go off. I'll go ham up in this thing. I don't want to do it like that. I'll wait till later. Good character. And you know what else I liked? I did not know it before I watched it. Afterward, right before I did this review, a lot of them were natives to Mississippi, which is dope. I never been to Mississippi. The only time I had any type of interaction or even know all with Mississippi is like growing up in church when they would be like, hey, yo, we going to Tupelo. In 2 weeks, we going to church there, and it's going to be, I don't know. You know how churches visit other churches and stuff like that. And it was always like somebody was going to Tupelo for something. I'm just saying. I never made it. I guess my introduction to it, the place, the town, the city, the state, would have to be, this is a great movie. And if you've never been, let this be yours. Anyway, the mom, Dolores. The mother, played by Miss Hyatt, who is killing it on Snowfall, which just wrapped up their first season and is coming back for season 2. And she slayed that thing on The Wire. She was pretty awesome on there. She plays a off-the-chain mother, holding it down. Typically, it's the single mother holding it down. But she's got Junior with her, and I like Junior. I think he's a dope father. I think he's cool. He works hard. He's held that woman down, even though she thought he was creeping, and he was trying to get this money right for his kid. I also enjoyed the fact that, he was fixing on cars, and he let his daughters learn. Didn't he say, like, hand me that such and such? Look here now. You better ask me for a hammer. You better ask me for a screwdriver. I'm not going to know a 3/4, 2/4, 2, blah, 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 all them little socket wrenches and stuff like that. And that little girl knew. Get it, girl. Where was she when I had car trouble back in the day? I like what he brought to it. He had his outlet of what was his addiction of gambling, which is a nasty habit to have. But when she was sick, he was right by her side, and I really appreciated that. Other sister Lee. Lee is cool. Lee is, I don't know. I was so mad with her this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I was so mad because the infatuation with this chick. She couldn't let it go. She wanted her to be with her. She got played so many times that it hurt her, but she couldn't come up out of that funk, and she needed help. She needed help way before she was finally able to get it. You know what I mean? That emotional, mental pain that she was battling because of this relationship that wouldn't be because of the other person involved. But it's a lot of people out there that are with someone, or they want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with them, or they're with someone who they shouldn't be with, you know? It's just unhealthy relationships and attractions that are detrimental to your health. And I mean, sitting in somebody's driveway, that can get you all the way tired. I'm like, dang, she ain't go to jail for that? That girl ain't called the police on her? We'll talk about that later. Anywho, even though she irritated me, the girl, she was brave as all get out, man. She said, these are my footsteps, and this is what I'm standing in. You know what I mean? When her mama opened that door and that room went red, or just on the mom, it was red, and she was just sitting there like, I'm not apologizing for kissing who I was kissing. I like kissing who I was kissing because I like her, you know? Girl, you better stand in your truth. Cousin Sammy, ain't even going there. I'll go there later. I can't do it right now. I can't, because if I dive into Sammy, it's going to be a problem. The two aunts, Charlie and Anna. Okay, first of all, DB Woodside, I like you. Why? Because you, okay. It's only about, maybe, I could say, growing up for me, about 3 movies I watched. Roughly, I mean, I would honestly, outside of like my sports practices and going to school all through high school, I literally would watch I would watch 3 movies every day. That would be Love and Basketball, The Temptations, What's Love Got to Do with It? Between those 3, every day. So DB, I was super familiar with him because he played Blue Melvin on the Temptations movie, and I loved him on there. But to see him be a dirty freaking dog to Anna in this movie, it was too much. But it was good, because you know why? There's a lot of uncles out there that treat their woman like that, and it's not right. He was so rude to her out the gate. Get up, you're not playing with me. Just belittled her so bad. Treated her like nothing. He was so not what a partner should be to someone that they love. That's not love. That's not love at all. And if you're in a relationship, somebody's treating you like that, you need to skedaddle. Because, you know, when people remain, because I got homegirls out there who are with people that they shouldn't be with. And you know what I tell them all the time? Ain't nothing that they swinging worth that pain. You stupid. You want a clean heart? You want a damaged heart? Which one? Which one? Because you can be a clean heart and single and happy. You could be a clean heart, single, and upset. But what you shouldn't be is walking on eggshells every day of your life to please somebody that really don't care for you. That's just dumb. And we don't want to be dumb, right? Male or female, don't be dumb. And when I say male or female, please believe it, because these dudes are out here getting abused by these chicks. Don't let it fool you. 2 strong characters, kind of complete opposite aunties. And I have 2 aunts, my own self, that actually, dang, this is messed up. But one of my aunts just passed away yesterday, which is nuts. But anywho, when you have 2 that are kind of different, it does. It's true. You do. You will have a Charlie on you. You have that Charlie, and you have that Anna, and you just watch them, and you're kind of like, oh man, I had my Anna who saw something, you know what I mean, who treated you better. Then you had that kind of one who was just like, something ain't quite right. But to the main character, Carrie, you just want to pinch your little cheeks because she grows on you. The smart, cute kid who has these talents that need to be nurtured. She sees more than the adults realized. When she was getting on the school bus, and you know, her neighbor friend how his family interacted is completely different than how her family interacted. Yes, she has family, but his is structured just a little bit different. So structure plays a role in this movie. Carrie and Lee have this sister bond, which you could tell, they're separated by years, but Carrie may be younger than Lee, but yes, she's more mature. She's squared away, you know what I mean? We'll talk more about her in the future, but I really, really, really enjoyed the character. Charlie. Charlie is in love with a man who does not love her. She neglects her son along the way. Her son is Sammy. It's never no food for the guy. He's malnourished. He's trying. There's never any food for him. The struggle is real. They have bare cabinets. You cannot sit here and act like you have never witnessed having bare cabinets in your life. Are you serious? I can remember growing up at some points where there was nothing in the cabinets but seasoning. It's a joke to this day between my brother and I. Like, saw that part in the movie and it kind of hit home. Alcoholism. She's battling, struggling with it. Her chasing Willie and his dirty D led to her sister miscarrying, having a miscarriage. That was horrible. Horrible thing. The stabbing. My goodness. When she was in her hysteria in the kitchen and the whole scene, that was one of my favorites. I shouldn't say favorite, but it was because it was just shot well. You had EMS outside. EMS still had CPR in progress on the ground. You still had the blood. The weapon hasn't been, put in evidence bags or anything like that yet. You have that police actively trying to restrain Charlie in the kitchen. People can say what they want to say, but until you've been in the position to have to restrain someone at that level, at that time when they've done something so crazy that you've been granted the authority to make that decision of what's going to happen with them, and you have to put cuffs on someone, you don't know how it feels. So when I saw the sister arrive on scene, and you got everybody in the living room, and the two officers are kind of trying to get her, panicking moment, and they don't know if she's going to snap out on them, but that's real, because sometimes it takes that one person who can talk some sense into them for them to be able to get out. You know what I mean? When she said, "Lord, they keep grabbing me," and then the mom says, "Listen, you got to go with them," or "Listen, you got to go with those officers." That was powerful. Pretty sure I shed a tear at that point. It was real. Number 2, Sammy. This talented athletic basketball player, like I said, he's been neglected by his mother. Money ain't right. He has to come up with this $50 fee, and he ends up doing something pretty far out there to get the $50 from, dirty dog, nasty man from around the way. Gave him a ride home. Oh Lord! And when he grabbed that boy's head, the back of his head, and his head went down on the camera, I lost it. Said, "Come on now, old Sammy." Too much for me. That was too. Ooh, my goodness. Is the reality of things that happen? Yes. Do they more so like to say it happens to girls over boys, especially on television and film? Yes. 99% of the Lifetime movies will show something like that, but are they really willing to tell the truth like Miss Mabry did? You better get it, girl. The homes in this movie are going to be number 3 because it's a place of refuge, place of safety. When the electric man was outside shutting it down, honey, lost my marbles. I said, "Ooh, I know what it feels like growing up for that thing to click, click, nothing. Turn sing on with the water, click, with the lights." Been there. And it's real, Ain't gonna lie, not in my adult life, but when I was a kid, I've heard those bang, bang, bang knocks at the door. And it's, here we go again. Grab the book bag and put all my personal items in the book bag because stuff's about to be outside on the curb. It's a vulnerable spot of life that the bold are able to let it be portrayed amongst the world. Let it be known, let it be seen, let it be interpreted. That takes a lot. How would you feel if you wrote your diary, every little thing that happened to you true or false, and it's out there on display, what would you be doing? You'd be hiding. I wouldn't want my stuff out there like that. You'd be like, oh no, honey. So for somebody to put it out there, well, damn. Let's talk about Lee. Lee got played. Number 4? We have number 4? Oh my God. Number 4, Lee got played, son. Lee has a girlfriend, but her girlfriend has a buddy. Lee has Memphis dreams. The feelings are not mutual. What I like about her, she's not afraid. She's not afraid. Everyone else is. This is some time ago. You know what I mean? This isn't right now where you can be more so accepted for who you love, what you like. This is back then when I'm pretty sure everybody was, if they rude as heck to certain folk right now, I can only imagine back then. I mean, dang. How you gonna be mad at somebody for who they like? I mean, that's stupid. Whatever. Duncan is embarrassing Lee, and she's not going for it. He's embarrassing her. Her crush is not defending her, and this was the crucial moment for everything in her life. I think this is when everything kind of hit the fan and it went downward. That's a horrible feeling. The person who you adore, who you're infatuated with, who you love, who you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you're saving your coins to run off, from small town to the big town, from the small town to the big city, from the dirt to from the dirt road to the concrete pavement, the big dreams. And they're like, nah, I'm with him. That's bogus. Like I said, it was a crucial part of her life that altered everything. Anna, sweet Anna, the auntie. Why did you deal with Tyrone like that, girl? Dang. Give me a beer. You can't play cards with me. Keep my business off the streets. I married the stupidest bee. I married the stupidest in creation. Nobody deserves that. Carrie. Me and you was never about to know. I feel like I need a baby. Aw, Carrie. Poor thing. She saw the fight at the party that led to her aunt's miscarriage. She saw Junior, her dad, kick her sister out. She gets kicked off of the piano to go do the dishes. She witnessed her aunt, Charlie, be arrested. She comes out. She's seen the cuffs, the blood. That's a lot. That's a lot for a little person. That is a lot for a youngin'. Family is supposed to be there for family in times of need. And when you let someone in your home, you're kind of giving them a sense of trust. Family came together and they allowed him to sleep on their sofa. Mind you, Anna had Tyrone. Tyrone shut that dang down, said nope. At one point, young Carrie and Sammy are watching TV. Crazy. He pulled it. He tried it. Sexual assault, sexual abuse, molestation. My goodness. The static happens on the television and then it goes on to us staring at Carrie focused on that static. Same at a later date, 1998. As far as my take on that, it's a real thing. Never really spoke on. It's wrong. All I can say is just be careful. Be careful who you have around you. Children, folk. Just be careful, man. Some stuff you can try to prevent as best as you can, but things happen. Horrible things happen to good people. And that point of the movie just really messed my whole stomach up, messed my heart. It made my heart ting, and I was upset because that's that thing that's that unspoken thing that happens amongst friends and family and strangers that it changes a person. It changes everyone. What I liked about young Carrie with the cheeks, she was always asking questions. Very inquisitive. She applied to college in New York, which is a big deal, man. New York bound. Some folks go local for family reasons, not necessarily for their self. Sometimes you have to be selfish. She's still caring for her sick mother, still witnessing arguments at home. When she got that money from Sammy, it messed my stomach up. I'm like, no, this dude he's done way too much. He's creeping, man. She plays this beautiful, beautiful song on the piano. She writes music, not just playing by ear. There's just showing so many levels and layers to this chick. She's different. They're saying she's clearly different from every other character on the show. And, cut from a different cloth, I guess, you know, and different. She's a different type of black kid. Let's be honest. It is what it is. And she ends up getting into that school, and along the way, you know, her auntie passed. That sucked because it could have been prevented, but she tired of it. She did leave her niece $25,000, which helped her be able to go on and live her dream. Junior said something really dope in this movie. He said, all daddies ain't good to be a father. Grandma had one of the funniest lines in this whole movie. I used to be hot like fire. Well, now you just gray like smoke. But mom said something vicious, man. Mama Dolores. What she said, when you get one of your breasts cut off, then you can talk. Leave her alone. Now Charlie, you know, I guess as far as Charlie, man, you know, she had been away from so long. She was institutionalized, and once that happens, you know, people aren't the same. You know, she got habits. She's drinking, friends, men, guilt tripping her way through life, or I should say, causing guilt trips on, you know, other people throughout life to get her away and get what she wants. Her son, she's passed along. It's like that song Wounds in the Way. If you never heard Wounds in the Way, go to YouTube, look up the song called Wounds in the Way. It's by Rochelle Farrell. That chick, what a voice. Anyway, she got a song called Wounds in the Way, and everything in the lyrics kind of sort of like this movie if you think about it. Just check out that song. In the end, she's tearing up a bottle of Jack, I think, and her son's got a bottle of like Seagram's in the car, and he finishes himself. That's vicious cycle, you know. Some are passed on. It's like I said, it's like that song. Some things are passed on from elder to youth, and they don't even belong to you. Those are wounds in the way. Truth. He's got a wife and a kid, but he's still doing the most trifling, sick thing in the world by preying on the young innocent. Even though she's fast acting, you know what I mean? That still doesn't give him a right to do what he did and entice her and make her think, oh, you know, you a man, you know, you want, you know, something like that, making her look at him as if that's something appetizing. No, it's nasty. It's not right. It's not legit. It's not what should be occurring. She's a child. She needs to be doing childlike activities, not babysitting. When your grown self is at home, you could be watching your own son. Look here. He's preying on minors. Finally got caught in the end. Didn't show it, but when the trunk shut, we can only assume he shut down his own self. Carrie moves on. I love the scene when she was in the country area, reading her acceptance letter. That was beautiful. Hopping around, happy with the overalls. Get it, girl. And she drove off, man, out of the city limits, or excuse me, out of the, you know, almost out of the state of Mississippi limits. It was beautiful. You know, because at one point they made you think Dolores passed, but it was a grandma. However, they cleared it up. That's all people, us fans, that's what we asked for, is that they cleared up. Lee got help. The mom surviving. Grandma passed. Anna passed. Sammy got what he got. Charlie still in them streets, spiraling. Junior stood by his woman's side. Carrie's the future, moving on forward, living her life, moving forward, and, you know, following her dreams and her goals. Great movie, great movie, great movie, great movie. Shouts out to, like I said, shouts out to Miss Tina Mabry. You did a great job. Very, very good job. If y'all not familiar with her, go follow her on Twitter. She's doing big things, big things. Pop your collar, pop your collar. Second movie review. I'm sure this thing is long. I wonder how long it's going to be. See if I can get it like 15 minutes. Dang, it's going to take forever to upload it. But oh well. Anyway, y'all, it's a great movie. Y'all want to watch it? I recommend you guys watch it. It's shot very well. The sound quality is great. The visuals are great. Everything in the background is good. You're not going to see a boom mic falling down. The cast is outstanding. The soundtrack is beautiful. I love that. It's a beautiful film about life. The true story. Anyway, y'all, until next time.